Right, my dear friends and gastronauts, we're going to see if eggs are everything they're cracked up to be. So I'm letting you know how I make an omelette. So enough of the crap egg jokes. The first thing we need to make an egg omelette is an egg. So I'm going to make a generous omelette with 3 eggs. And get the best eggs you can afford. I'm using free range. These are large free range eggs, which come from a reliable source. This is a funny thing about British eggs, they've got a little lion stamped on them. Check this out, there you go. Oh. Each one's got a little lion on it. Interesting. And then we whisk those up. Now the whisking of the eggs is rather important. You can use a fork, use a pair of chopsticks, use what you will, but you want to whisk them up rather well. And the reason is this: you want to get your omelette looking nice and yellow, so you want to get them yolks really nicely blended in. The other things I've got here is a knob of butter, and that's the only thing I will cook an omelette in. I'll use butter, I don't use oil, I don't use anything else, I use butter, right? And you need your filling. If you're going to have a filling, you can have say a cup of cheese, or you can have, in my case I got some ham which is chopped up. Tomatoes are also rather good, or cheese and tomatoes, rather nice omelette. I think you're only limited by your imagination on the fillings. So let's get that going. I know where I was stationed in Hong Kong with the British Army, and they used to make omelettes with bean sprouts and stir-fried vegetables there. They were really rather good. Fuyung they called it. Right, let's get this into my pan. I'm using a non-stick pan, and I want it fairly hot, as you can see, so we don't mess about. Swill the butter around nicely, let it get up, and then pour in your eggs evenly and straight. Now, you don't want a grey omelette, so the way we do this is you let it catch slightly on the edges, and then you draw the edges in, allowing the wet egg to slip, and you'll see the result in the end, because you get a really nice fluffy omelette doing it this way. And each time it sets on the edges, you draw it in again, and it creates this fluffy centre that you see here. It's also a very good way to do scrambled eggs. You start your scrambled eggs this way, and then you scramble them at the last minute. And this way, I think it actually, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think it traps air into it. And I don't like my omelettes overcooked. So it's up to you how you like your omelettes, but I tend to like mine still fairly loose. And it's rather interesting that the omelette, although it's a rather humble dish, it has almost mythical status among people that lived through the Second World War because of the rationing and the unavailability of eggs. So they always considered omelettes to be a rather luxury item. I'm going to add the ham now to my omelette, and that, as you see now, is just getting a little bit, it's still a tiny bit loose on the top, but I don't mind that, because now is when I come to turn my omelette. You get in like that and you flip it over, so you go in underneath and flip it over. These lovely type spatulas, I got this one off Taste of Trini as a gift, so thanks to her for that lovely gift, are really good. Because they can get in underneath and flip it over, and because they're silicone they don't burn, so it's rather handy. So that is my omelette done. I'm now going to take that off the heat, turn the heat off, and let's get that served up and show you how that works. We'll get me a plate. And just flip it over And that's the magic, that's the kitchen magic. Now, I suppose you want to see me eat that, don't you? You want to see me eat a bit of it anyway. Let me go grab a fork and I'll be right with you. Right, let's cut into this little baby. That's a classic three egg omelette, ham omelette. I'm just going to cut through it, and you see how nice and light that is, and fluffy, and it's still a little loose in the middle, just how I like it. If you like to cook it a little more, please do so. If you're worried about burning the bottom, cook it perfectly like I've done here. And if you want it, you can just slap it in the microwave for about half a minute, and then it will firm up the eggs, so they're not, so they cook through for you. But I particularly like them this way. So let's go. Let's have a taste. That's light. That's fluffy. It's perfectly cooked, and it presents really nice on a plate, doesn't it? So there you go. Very simple midweek video on how to make omelettes. Enjoy. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe, and be sure to click the bell icon to receive notification of all my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.